Dear students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss noble gases. Where noble gases are present in the periodic table, they are present, you can see from the periodic table, they are present on the right hand side of the periodic table. Helium, first, element of the group, neon, uh, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Radon is radioactive. Hope you understand. Now, everybody must have knowledge, the states of elements. Noble gases, they are gaseous uh, at room temperature. What is room temperature? 25 degrees centigrade. All the elements of this group have completely filled outer shell. What is meant by completely filled? Different shells have different capacity of electrons. For example, if we are talking about helium has two electrons in the outer shell. As helium has only one shell, and the first shell is completed by only uh, two electrons. So you understand? Uh, After this, they do not make ions. This is a very important point. When I say they don't make ions, that means it is difficult to remove their electron from outer shell because their electrons are tightly bound to their nucleus. At the same time, their outer shell is complete. Normally, the elements lose, gain, or share electron to get stable electronic configuration of nearest noble gases, which we are talking about now. We understand they do not make ions because they are, we can call them as happy elements because they are not worried about electrons giving, taking, or sharing. We understand they are unreactive. This is a very important point. This is exam question as well. Why noble gases are inert? Because they have complete outer shell. At the same time, their electrons are difficult to remove because they are tightly bound to their nucleus and a lot of energy is required to remove their electrons. That is why they are unreactive. Other name for unreactive is inert. Okay, you hope you understand. So they are not reactive at room temperature. Mean they do not combine with other elements, although latest research shows that the compounds of noble gases exist like say is XeF4 xenon tetrafluoride. So then about color and odor of noble gases, they don't have any color, they don't have any odor. So you understand? Radon is a radioactive member of this group. Um, Before this, I told you what is radioactive mean. Any element in which the nucleus has more than uh, you know 80 protons, it is said to be radioactive. I mean its nucleus is unstable. Basically, why it is unstable? Discussion will go far away. I'm just going to make it short. Whenever the forces of attractions between protons in the nucleus dominates over attractive forces, nucleus breaks. That is why all the radioactive elements, by emitting radiations, can be brought to stable state. You understand? So now let's talk about some physical properties of noble gases. As we know that just like halogens, they have low melting and boiling points. Their melting and boiling points increases down the group, and why the melting and boiling points increases down the group? because of increase in intermolecular forces. Although their intermolecular forces are weak, but with the increase in size of the noble gases as we go down the group, they increases in strength. That is why more energy is required to separate them. You understand? Now, mostly the properties of the noble gases, these depends upon their these depend upon their uses. For example, helium. Uh, Helium, see this, their boiling points are very low, but increases down the group. Even the last member have boiling point. You see, its boiling point is in minus again. Sorry. You can see this. It is minus 62. It means at room temperature, mean 25 degrees centigrade, before reaching to this temperature, they have already been changed into gases. That's why they are all gases at 25 degrees centigrade. Uh, there is an exam question as well. How argon is separated from the atmosphere or gases? Argon is separated by the fractional distillation of liquid air. You will study this topic in atmosphere. Today we are only talking about their applications. Where are the use? So helium is used in weather balloons. Neon is used in advertising lights. You might have seen on the roads. Argon is used in electric bulbs. You will see at the end. I have some questions related to noble gases which have been taken from the past papers of CAIE examination. Krypton. Krypton is used in electronic devices, lasers, light amplification by stimulated emission of radiations. You will study in physics what are lasers. Basically, the students, the kids have laser light with them that travel further. Okay. Then xenon, it is used in flash guns. After xenon, we have radon. It is used in medical diagnostic tools because it is radioactive and its radiations can be used to diagnose problems in the body. You understand? Now we will be talking about some MCQs. Let's see. First MCQ. Which statement about all the noble gases is correct? Number one. The number of protons in the atoms equals to the number of neutrons. Okay. Their atoms each have a stable arrangement of electrons. Their atoms each have 8 electrons in their outer shell. They exist as molecules containing two atoms. Noble gases, basically, they are monoatomic because they never combine with other uh, atoms. Normally, we always ask the students, can you name monoatomic molecules? They say, sir, the molecule always have two atoms, three atoms like this. So noble gases are the elements which are monoatomic. They do not combine. They don't make molecules. That is why they are known as monoatomic molecules. So first option is not correct. The number of protons are not necessary to be equal to the number of neutrons. You can see from the periodic table. Compare all of them. You will see the neutron number. It can be equal, but not always they're equal. Their atoms each have stable arrangement of electron. Yes, their electronic configuration is stable. We have discussed this before in the lesson. Um, the last option, which is See, second last story. Their atoms each have 8 electrons in their outer shell. Not at all. Helium is the first member of noble gases. It has only 2 electrons. That is why most of the students they go for this, choice that they have 8 electrons. No, helium has 2 electrons in the outer shell. Helium has only one shell, and you know clearly from the electronic configuration, helium atomic number is 2, and it has only one shell, and the first shell is the outer shell. So option, if we see this, option A incorrect, option C we have rejected, option D, they exist as molecules containing 2 atoms. No, they are monoatomic. So the only option which is correct is B. Hope you understand. Next, which gas is present in the light bulb? Only those elements can be used in light bulbs which are inert. So which is inert element? Whether it is argon? Yes. Krypton? No. Although it is noble gas, but it is heavy element. Nitrogen? No. Oxygen? No. Why we use argon as uh, in the atmosphere surrounding the bulb filament? Bulb filament as is a very thin wire. Whenever there is a lot of heat energy, it can melt. But normally, tungsten is a metal with temperature melting point more than 3000. That's why it is usually, it usually don't melt easily. That's why we prefer it. Okay. Now, if there is, let's suppose if there is oxygen in the bulb. Okay. When the temperature will be high, metals they can react with what? Oxygen in the air to make metal oxide. The bulb filament will be converted into a powder. It will burn out. That is why in order to provide inert atmosphere in the bulb, we use argon. Hope you understand. If you have any question, please do write in comments so that I can improve uh, you know the knowledge I am sharing for you people. Okay, and we will as we are doing basically our main focus at this stage is to cover the contents, although along with this I will be doing the past papers as well, inshallah. But as soon as my syllabus will be completed, we will solve full length paper after you have completed uh, the whole syllabus near the CAIE examination. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe my channel, like and comments so that and make your notification on so that you can get what is new with me for you people.